gonna save this. Okay, alright. I think I'm streaming. Hold on. Let me just make sure. And let me check my audio. And let me check my audio. Alright, audio's good. That's good. Let me. Okay, I don't normally do this on a Wednesday, so let me actually advertise today. Um, Also, I don't think anybody's gonna currently be around yet, so I'm gonna actually let people know. Okay. Hang on, let me see. Rekio4, welcome in. Let's go. Show us some sleight of hand. Magic on a Wednesday? I know. Wonder Wednesday. Chan, welcome in. How's it going? And Reki, welcome in. How's it going? Magic on a Wednesday? Yes, Wonder Wednesday. I'm calling it. Oh my god, Chan, you got everything ready. I was actually going to spend a few minutes advertising to people, but there's people here. Amazing. Yeah, I had some time today and I was like, I should probably try and stream today. And I already had called out that I wanted to do a Wednesday stream, a Wonder Wednesday stream, and I'm like, this is perfect. Okay, so it was meant to be. So give me a second to get started, but thanks for turning on the trick list, Chan, um, and pinning everything. So, FYI, if anybody has never been here before, hi, my name is Nam, and I'm also known as Crazy Asian, spelled this weird way, on Twitch. I like to do sleight of hand card magic, and so, yeah, if you want to request tricks, the trick list is now open. It's pinned up on the. Chan says, I should do a Wonder Wednesday. You know what, Chan? We can make it a thing. You and I, we could be the magicians that bring, like, Wonder Wednesday. And I've got sleight of hand Sunday, but if we do anything on Saturday or something, it could be sleight of hand. And then, yeah. So, anyway, I also have to put on my cheating gloves. So let me go ahead and do that. So if anybody has never been here before, my cheating gloves consists of this stuff. It's called Sort Quick. Durkee Blaine, welcome in. How's it going? A little more keeper footage shown today. Welcome in, Gibson Lens. How are you doing, Bert? Hopefully you're doing well. Awesome. We'll have to see what that footage is later. But yeah, putting on the cheating gloves, and then once again, the queue is empty if anybody would like to request any tricks. If you want to see some magic but you don't know what to request, you can just type in !random, and that'll put a random trick into the queue. So, anyway, let's see. Durkee Blaine, doing okay. Just had my son an hour ago. Durkee Blaine, congratulations. You are now a dad. Unless you had a kid before. No, this is your first kid, right? So, congratulations. Are you still at the hospital? Is that? Are you watching this from the hospital, Turkey Blaine? Oh, third? Oh, okay. All right. Third kid. But still, congratulations. But yeah, you're watching this from the hospital? Turkey Blaine. Thank you. That's dedication for you. Oh, my God. Oh, man. Okay. Guys, if you're not following our friend Durkee Blaine, please give Durkee Blaine a follow. Durkee Blaine, also a magician, but plays variety games on stream. So, damn, what a G, says Reki. I know, right? Oh, hey, Midweek Magic. Yeah, Wonder Wednesday. Chris M. Yee, welcome in. How's it going? Um, yeah, and all right, so let's get all the. All right, so currently the queue's empty. If anybody would like to request anything, feel free. It's pinned in chat. Um, But yeah, so let's see. We just shouted out Turkey Blaine having his third kid and watching this from the hospital. So thank you, Turkey Blaine. If I understand, if you need to go do parental things, absolutely. Pretty unusual to see me doing magic in the daytime. Yeah, I figured I should probably do a daytime magic stream at some point. So, because Infozar Jack, he does one during the day so that people at different time zones can see him. So. All right, guys, you're not following our friend Chris M. Yee. Please give Chris M. Yee a follow. Chris M. Yee, a variety gamer, but also is the host of the Clip M. Yee show, where he highlights the clips across the Twitchiverse. So definitely give Chris M. Yee a follow. Guys, you're not following our friend and mod, Chan the Magic Man. Please give Chan the Magic Man a follow. Chan the Magic Man, one of the other few magicians on Twitch that has a regular magic schedule. He streams on Mondays, so give him a follow. Catch him on Magic Monday. If you catch him other times, he might be playing retro games, community games, or Grand Theft Auto lately. Guys, if you're not following our friend and mod Gibson Lens, please give Gibson Lens a follow. Gibson Lens is a pianist and also has released his first album some months ago. And definitely catch out. You can listen to the entire album at that link tree right there. All right. Did I miss anybody? Actually, Reki, are you a streamer or no? All right. Does not look like it, but if you do stream, Reki, let us know. We'll give you a shout out. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So I am warmed up because I actually went to a not a gig. I wanted to say a gig, but I went to a event this morning or earlier today for lunchtime. The event was my bank. They were putting on a picnic for everybody, and free meal, free music, free hay rides, and I did a bunch of magic before eating, after eating, and on the hay ride. So, Reki04. No, I am a sleight of hand artist and magician. Oh, Reki, excellent, awesome. So, yeah, if you have any favorite card tricks, most of my tricks are card tricks. But I warmed up today with basically a lot of ACR and twisting the aces or four of a kind. So actually, it doesn't matter. Let's go ahead and I'll get warmed up for stream. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and reveal this card. So we have a six of clubs, and I'm going to go ahead and stick this. So yeah, I'll just show mostly Reki my usual warm up, or if I randomly run into people. Go ahead and put that in the middle of the deck. And if I go ahead and I snap, that will bring up the six of clubs from the middle back up to the top. I know. This could be signed. I'm going to go ahead and take the six of clubs, place it in the middle of the deck. But if I snap, that will bring it back up to the top because here it is. Some people believe that the snapping is the thing that does it. So if I go ahead and I show you the top card right now, that's actually not the six of clubs. That's some other card. But if I go ahead and I snap, that will bring the six of clubs back up to the top. Now, some people believe that magicians will do sneaky things. I'll leave the six of clubs sticking out. You'll know that I haven't swapped it out because it's right there. It could be signed. I'm going to go ahead and take this, place it in the middle of this packet. I'm going to grab this whole packet, place it in the middle of this packet. And importantly, some people think that I hide it on the top. Some people think I hide it on the bottom. But no, Chan the Magic Man is hiding on the bottom. Therefore, if you know Chan the Magic Man is hiding on the bottom, Chan also knows how to do magic and can bring a card back up to the top because look. Six of clubs. And that, my friends, is ambitious card routine. You know what? I see Chan has a request. We're going to go ahead and pull all of the queens out for that request. Thank you kindly for the claps, Chan. All right, so here we have the four queens. Actually, you know what? I should probably do a proper introduction to you. So here we have the Queen of Diamonds, the Queen of Spades, the Queen of Hearts, and the Queen of Clubs. Now, the Queen of Clubs is the ringleader. Queen of Clubs is indeed Chan the Magic Man, the one who holds the magical cards. And of course, we have the other queens. Now, the other queens are going to be told by Chan the Magic Man to go do their magical tasks. Chan is right now the magic teacher. He's going to tell all of the other queens to do their magical tasks. So you go practice your sleights. You go practice your shuffles. You go practice your cuts. And so they're all going to go into different places to shuffle their magical tasks. Or sorry, practice their magical tasks. There we go. However, When the practice session is over, Chan the Magic Man is going to go ahead and tell them, hey, come back and you know what? Show us what you've been practicing. And they all come back together and they all perform tricks for each other. I guess the helicopter analogy doesn't work so well in this. But you know what? Everybody's magic, so why can't Chan the Magic Man have a helicopter? See, they do tricks and then they get in the helicopter and go. Gibson Len says, Mark Rides requested a Scandalous Shuffle yesterday. Yeah, Mark Rides ended the stream, said, hey, you can do this next, like, on Sunday. And I was like, okay. So, yeah, we can leave that in the thing, or we can refund his points if you guys don't want to leave it hanging. It's up to you guys. I'll do the Scandalous Shuffle for him anyway, later. Okay, and that was 4 burglars, but themed as Chan the Magic Man being the ringleader. And then, oh yeah, and then let me go ahead and show the twisting the queens right now. So let's go ahead and twist the queens right now. So I have the 4 queens. What I want to do is turn them all face up one at a time. Now, if I were to give them to a non-magician, they might turn them up like this. But we're not allowed to do it like that because we magicians are magical. So I'm going to hold the packet, give it a magical twist. That magical twist, turn up one of the queens, in this case, Queen of Hearts. Now don't break your gaze, this is the part that gets people. I'm going to give it another magical twist. The Queen of Hearts will turn itself face down, and the Queen of Spades will turn itself face up. I know, that's super weird, right? A little bit weird. I did this in real life today, and some people are like, what? Like, I'm going to hold the packet, give it another magical twist, and that will turn up Queen of Diamonds. Now, we do have to hit up the last one, but it's Chan the Magic Man, the Queen of Clubs. And if I give it one magical twist, you know, sometimes Chan's a little bit tired and he can't get a card to turn over. So we're going to give it 2 magical twists. But no, Chan didn't hear what I said. So, you know what? Chan will practice and practice very hard until he can do it perfectly, and then he brings it to stream. And here we have it. All of his hard work and dedication. Chan the Magic Man, the Queen of Clubs. There you go. That, my friends, is twisting the aces, but with the queens. Okay, alright. Whew. Okay, let me update my trick list because I wanted to keep stats on those, so... But, yeah. Twisting. Okay, cool. And then we just did both. Alright, awesome. Ad break. Alright, perfect timing. Oh yeah, I didn't set up that thing in Stream Elements. Let me see here. Can I do it now? Let's see, bot modules. Oh yeah, here we go. Ad break. Did that save? Let me refresh. Alright, we'll see if that works. Oh, we're taking an ad break you in duration. Okay. Well, it probably won't work now because it's already past the trigger. So, but thanks for letting me know there's an ad break. Is there an ad completed or ad? What does this one say? Okay, let's enable this one. You know what? Sure, why not? Okay, all right. Let me refresh and just see if these took. Um, okay, where was I? Oh yeah. Queue is empty. If anybody wants to request anything, let me take a few minutes and drop some stuff in some other channels. Okay, let's see here. Okay. Promote your stream here. All right, cool. Let's see. Then, oh, here we go. Okay, all right, there we go. I think I shared in a bunch of Discords. Not every Discord, because there's too many. But I just dropped it in a few. So anyway, um, okay, is everybody back from the ad? I assume everybody's back from the ad. I think I spent a couple minutes, so that should have been plenty of time for people to come back. By the way, if you've been sitting around for a while and you're not hydrated, please feel free to hydrate. I'm having the unusual coffee, but it is actually the day, so it's okay. Thanks for getting the hydrate, Chan. And you might be saying, but Nam, coffee is a diuretic. And to that, I would say you're correct, but it's still mostly water. Okay, it looks like Chan has requested the Devil's Elevator. So this one has verbally come up quite a bit lately. I haven't actually done it except for, I guess, last... Did I do it last stream or 2 streams ago? I don't remember. But, okay. Let's go ahead and perform the Devil's Elevator. And I'm going to find, I can actually show the setup here because there's nothing really to hide. Okay, all right, so what we have here are the red 6s and 9s. And with these red 6s and 9s, we are going to use them to represent the levels of hell. And basically with each one of these, I'm just using the red 6s and 9s, mostly because aside from the obvious meme, at certain angles, these might look like 666. And so I need them to contrast. So these are red, and these are black. So normally I would use the 2, 3, 4, 5. But because Chan requested the trick, we will also go ahead and use Chan the Magic Man signed card. By the way, if anybody wants to sign a card, you can sign a card here. So you can support, or if you hung out for a bunch of streams, 25,000 channel points, you can sign a card. Okay, so here's what we are going to do. First, I'm going to leave the 3, 4... Hold on. We're going to go ahead and leave the 4 red 6s and 9s, 1, 2, 3, 4, over here just for a second. Then I'm going to place all of the other cards over here. Charlie's Beats, welcome in. How's it going? I'm going to leave Chan the Magic Man, which will represent the 5, We have the 4 of clubs. Thanks for giving Charlie's Beats a shout out, Chan the Magic Man. So yeah, guys, follow our friend Charlie's Beats. He's the signer of the Ace of Spades. There's our 3. And then here's our 2. And I'm going to go ahead and put the 2 on top of the 6s and 9s. And here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and take the 2 and place it in the second level of hell here. First, second, third, fourth, fifth. Now, anytime that you find yourself in hell, well, hell is not just a religious place. It's a business. And so, as all great businesses, they have a maintenance elevator. And you know what? If you can find your way to get into that maintenance elevator, and then you can go ahead and press a button and slowly get out, well, you'll be able to get to the uppermost level of hell, and that's the easiest one to escape from. And so look, if we go ahead and get in the elevator, press the elevator button, the elevator does its processing, which will make it look like a spinny thing, because these cards spin like perfect. But I don't know if you know, the 2 has traveled up to the uppermost level of hell, and then it can escape. So now we have our 3. Let's go ahead and take the 3 and place it here in the third level of hell. First, second, third, fourth, fifth. If we close that up. Now the 3 wants to escape from hell. They get into the elevator. They go ahead and press the elevator button. The elevator does its processing thing. Ooh. But then the 3 will travel up to the top as well. I just realized I'm doing this stylistically different than I normally do. Anyway, some people believe that there's really weird, some of these guys have been in hell the whole time, but no, let me just show you. These are the same 4 6s and 9s that we've been using the entire time. But now we're going to go ahead and grab the, what number is this? The 4. Place it here in the 4th level of hell, right here. First, second, third, fourth, fifth. If we close that up. And now if we go ahead and have them enter the elevator, press the elevator button. Elevator processes. The 4 will get up to the uppermost level of hell. And the 4 can escape. And now finally, some people believe that there's more than 4 cards in here, but no, there's 4 cards in here. That will make it 5. However, if I show you, there's Chan the Magic Man who will represent the 5. Chan goes on the bottom in the 5th level of hell, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to go ahead and give, Chan goes in, Chan presses the elevator button. Chan knows how to get out. Chan's seen this trick before. Chan knows how to do this trick. Chan can actually do this trick himself. So he can certainly get up to the uppermost level, and then he will be able to escape. And there we go. There's Chan the Magic Man escaping the levels of hell, and these are the same 6s and 9s. And that, my friends, is the Devil's Elevator. Thank you kindly for that request, Chan the Magic Man. Thanks for clearing that. And thank you kindly for the emotes. Thank you kindly for the claps, Chris M. Yee. Oh, Chris M. Yee, I owe you an apology card trick, right? for Facebook Facebook alerts, is that right? You're here, so I can do it now as opposed to having to wait. Although that means I have to come up with one right now, so LOL. Okay. Yeah. All right. Hang tight. Sounds good. All right. Great. Let me find your card, because obviously we will use we'll use the Chris M. Yi card. Okay. Here we go. And then okay. Let me see. How should I change? I need to make this, guys. I need to make this special. It's for Chris M. Yi. I need to apologize for Facebook alerts. Now that I say it out loud, it sounds uh, sounds kind of funny. Okay, let me see here. And then, all right, let's see. Okay, and then I need one more thing. Okay. Oh, do I have a? Sorry, I'm trying to find the cards. I'm trying to come up with this on the fly. But okay. Nope, this will be fine. Okay, we will go with this. All right. Ads. Oh, okay. All right. I have the alert on now. It didn't go off. I didn't see any alert. Uh, maybe I had to start stream with it. Oh, maybe if I make the stream elements bot leave and then come back, maybe that'll work. Let's see, chat bot settings. Okay, active in your channel. Bot is up and running. Messages received will be posted in your chat. All right, so let me part. Okay, join. Okay, I just had it leave and then join. Um, okay, I guess most importantly, let me know when people get back. Ads are over. Okay. I guess most importantly, if this trick is for Chris M. Yi, let me know if Chris M. Yi, let me know when you're back. In the meantime, I will take a sip. And then also, let's stretch. Okay, yep, stretch break. Oh, looks like Chris is back. Welcome back, Chris. All right, yeah, this would have been a sucky trick if I went to do your trick and then you got an ad during. So I guess happenstance it happened before. Okay. All right. Okay. So actually, this is going to be a retheme of a trick called the Restless Lady, but it's not going to be the Restless Lady. It's going to be Chris M.E. with Facebook, with Facebook alerts. All right. Okay. Here we go. So, all right. Oh, okay. I'll wait for everybody else. Shan's got 1 minute left. So, okay. I will hang on for 1 more minute. I almost spelled it one more moonit or monet. And actually, I can. You know what? I can burn time by saying, even though he didn't actually. Chris M.E. requested this, even though he didn't really request this. I requested it on behalf of Chris M.E. Okay. All right. So I woke up the other day and I did not stretch very well, so I had a crick in my neck from sleeping. We're taking a quick ad break. See you in a minute. Okay, well, I'm glad that that worked now, but I think it was a little late. If people are back now, maybe. So, anyway, at least it works, but so I did have to make the chatbot leave and come back. All right. Okay. Oh, somebody gave me a heat map. Is this for consumption? Delicious. Okay. All right. Okay, Chris and me, hope you're there. Here we go. So we have a 5 and 8, a 9 and a 10 of diamonds and Chris M. Yee. So Chris M. Yee was watching my stream yesterday, and here, let me turn this around. Chris M. Yee was watching my stream yesterday and heard a lot of Facebook messages. So, and the thing was, they were not Chris M. Yee's Facebook alerts. So look, if I go ahead, Chris M. Yee, his attention goes to turn to something else. And, but as you can see, I'm streaming, but we hear a Facebook alert. As it turns out, Chris M. Yee is going to come running back and be like, where did that Facebook alert come from? I know, is that strange? That's very strange, right? I'm sorry, Chris M. Yee. Lol. Okay, so here's the thing. Chris M. Yee, his attention goes somewhere else, just for a little bit. And then he hears another Facebook ding. And you know what? That Facebook ding is going to bring Chris M. Yee back, and his attention appears over here. What? He takes a look around. There's no new messages. What's going on? Where are all these dings coming from? They're obviously Facebook dings. But I mean, where are they? Well, as it turns out, Chris goes to divert his attention again. But here's another Facebook ding. Ding! And he comes back running. As it turns out, it's not his. It's actually mine. um, oh! Chad the Magic Man, thanks for the ding. And so just when you finally, and you know, I confessed at that point, I think on stream, saying, hey, I'm pretty sure all those dings are my dings. All the 10 of those dings were all nom stream dings. But as it turns out, there was another ding, and even though we knew that it was mine, Chris M. turned around and took a look. There it is. There it is. It's like, and I think that's when Chris said, "Oh, your Facebook is killing me" or something. So every time we came back to take a look, we would see, you know, I felt bad because I was like, Chris M. Yee, I'm sorry, why did Chris M. Yee? Hey, what Chris M. Yee? And then wait, Chris M. Yee, and of course, wait, Chris M. Yee. All Chris M. Yee wanted was like the Facebook notifications to either be his or for everything to be quiet. And so, you know, the least that I could do for my magic stream is turn off my notifications, which I believe I have done. Hold on, let me double check. Okay, well, we're gonna triple check. All right, right. Okay. Well, if they weren't muted before, they're certainly muted now. This is so funny, lol. But actually, let me just here. So after a while, we've just been looking at Facebook for a while, and as it turns out, even if the notifications go off right now, they're not bothering Chris M. Yee because he can't hear them. And so for the first time during a Nom stream, Crazy Asian stream, he doesn't come running over. It's just silent. It's just silence. And that, my friends, is a trick called the Restless Lady, but themed as literally events that happened yesterday between me and Chris M. Yee and stream. There you go. That is my apology card trick to you. Although I think we did get a laugh out of it. I got a laugh out of it. I think you did too, so thank you. Hopefully you enjoyed. I thought that was fun. I'll ask you to highlight this. It was so funny. All right, yeah, I can highlight it. No problem. Once again, if I don't get to it by next week, just send me a reminder. I'm usually pretty good about it, but you know, the one time that I say that I'm good about it, I'll forget. So I might as well just give the disclaimer every time. So, I know, right? Like, and here's the thing, right? I know you're not the only one that probably bothered, and it's just you're the one who verbalized it in chat. So, and I'm like, ah, you've never forgotten for me, ha ha ha. I mean, here's the thing, right? Those of you guys who are in chat a bunch or like have supported me a bunch, like, and you're VIPs or mods, like, how can I forget you, right? If somebody comes in here and they're like, "Oh, could you highlight that trick for me?" and like it wasn't for them or anything, it was just a trick that they liked or something, I'll probably forget if it was a first time chat and they never come back. But I mean, I know you guys, so this is. I'm like this short of making it a promise because I I usually won't forget for my friends. Um, all right, cool. Queue's empty if anybody would like to request anything. Otherwise, I do want to practice. I do want to practice my new one as well. Trick. Chris me tried to get it. Chris, you should probably play like the lottery today or something. Because how many tricks have there been? Like 4, 5, and you hit one of those. That's 5 out of 80 tricks. Hold on, let me do the math on that really quick. What's the odds? 5 divided by 80 is. There was only a 6.25% that you would have gotten the exact same one as one of those. That's insanity. Lol, Powerball is pretty high right now. I mean, look, you don't have to spend your life savings on the lottery, but just buy 1 or 2 tickets. You can dream, man. You can dream. Um, all right, let me go ahead and put a magician's choice. I can spend 20 on it. Oh, okay. All right. All right. So I don't know if anybody's seen K-pop Demon Hunters, but I can't really practice this trick really outside of stream because I'm still meeting people who have not seen K-pop Demon Hunters. Also, I think I convinced some people to watch the movie the other day. So, however many people were watching it or had been watching it, I might have convinced like maybe half a dozen people to watch it. So, I'm doing good, guys. I'm doing good. All right. I mean to watch it, but I haven't yet. Okay, all right. So, Chris ME, just to fill you in a little bit, I won't spoil anything per se. Because if you watch the main first music video, it kind of gives it away. So you find this out in the first like 20 minutes of the movie, so it's not like that big a thing. But the premise is a girl K-pop group. They do K-pop and they also fight demons. And the demons are like, "Oh, this isn't working. Let's find a way to fight back." And they create a demon boy band. And that's the premise of the movie. That's mostly what you need to know. But there are some lines, but these lines happen. This is like the opening scene of the movie, so hopefully it doesn't spoil anything. But maybe you'll appreciate it a little bit more now, knowing what's gonna come dialogue wise. Okay, so let me jump down here. Let me do this, and then okay. So yeah, K-pop Demon Hunters. I've been obsessed about this, just like everybody else. I put together this trick, and so here what we have is we start out the movie on an airplane, and on this airplane, here's the flight staff, and of course the flight staff consists of like the pilot and somebody else, and like the assistant, and of course the flight attendant. And so here they are, and they all look like normal humans. And over here we have our K-pop girl group called Huntrix, and there's 3 of them. And the Queen of Diamonds is going to represent Mira, and they realize that there's something going on with the flight staff, and they're like, ugh. So Mira groans and she says, "I didn't even get to finish my ramyun." And then, of course, we have Zoe, represented by Queen of Hearts, and Rumi, represented by the Queen of Spades. And Rumi says, "Why do they always interrupt our snacking?" And Zoe has a mouthful of food, and she says, "They will face my wrath." And so Rumi goes to interrupt the flight staff and asks them, and this is point blank, this is a funny part of the movie here. Excuse me, you're a demon, right? Oh, look, patterns. All right, the rest of you can come out now. We're in a hurry. And so they all come out. And so they all end up coming out and they start a fight sequence. And the fight sequence is going to start off a song. And this song is called How It's Done. And Mira says, "Oh, you got the patterns? Now you got to die." And so those, let's presume there were four. Uh, Now there's, actually, wait, one, two, three, four. Now there's three. And then, of course, we've got one, two, three, but let's pretend the fight progresses a little bit more. And now there's two. And now there's one. And then, of course, they're going to eliminate the last one. And this last one is the one that gets, they basically get blown up like special effects in the stadium. That will be more evident. I won't spoil this part of the song for Chris M. but there we go. Now, later in the movie, and this is in within the first 20 minutes still, so it's not really a spoilery thing, but we find out that Rumi, the one of the main characters of the group, has has some demon lineage, and so here, I don't know if you can tell, but she is a demon. She goes off to find our um, female, I guess, Yoda, Celine. And later, she'll come back and she's singing a song. Now, at this point, this is not spoiler. It's just a song thing. So, but the song goes, "I'm done hiding, now I'm shining like I'm born to be." And the song goes on, and you know we're gonna be golden, gonna be born to be glowing, born to be. And that, my friends, is my trick that I put together called K-pop Demon Hunters. Mostly spoiler free, mostly. So anyway, I'm thinking about making another trick, another K-pop Demon Hunter trick. So I already have an idea, and so I don't know how it's actually going to go yet, but I already have a kind of a plan for it. All right, I think I was mostly happy with that performance. There was like one little tiny thing, although I think if people were not looking very closely, probably would not have noticed. But otherwise, pretty happy with that performance. Thank you kindly for the claps, Chris M. Yee, Chan the Magic Man. But yeah, if nobody showed up to stream today, I was probably going to just partially work on like putting that together. I was also throwing around the idea of potentially doing a live learn. If somebody had a card trick that they saw like on YouTube or something, send a link. I would watch it. Try and do it if possible. The problem is I'd uh, probably need to have some like financial incentive because then if I either messed up or I show like I might accidentally show the secrets of magic or something. But it's like I think going through the process of like reverse engineering a trick live would be very interesting to some people. Charlie Speeds, Unlurk. Thank you kindly for the Unlurk, Charlie. Welcome back. How's it going? I understand that this is like a nondescript Wednesday. I understand people could be working or doing things or having to deal with kids. So the one thing about going on Sunday night is I know that I'll be at home. I know most people who could be watching would probably be adults would be at home because they have work the next day. I do realize that they might be asleep already, but Incoming ad break in 3. How come I have so many ad breaks all of a sudden? I don't remember setting this many ad breaks. Is it dependent upon the number of people in chat? Is that how? Let me review my. Uh, Let me see here. Let me quickly review my settings. Oh, by the way, queue is empty. If anybody wants to request anything, feel free to request. Yeah, let me check my ads. Oh, how many minutes of video ads do you want to run per hour? The line is at 5 minutes per hour. Okay. But the net revenue share is 55%. Okay. Pre-roll ads for incoming. Okay, all right. Chris and me is just requesting Invisible Deck. I haven't done this one in a while. This one has not been requested in a while. Let me get said invisible deck. Okay. Well, actually, if the ads are coming, can I should be able to force the ad, right? Stream manager. Let me see. Hold on, I'm new to this ad thing. uh, Let me see here. Can I trigger? Let me see here. If I trigger a 60-second ad now, it's loading. Pre-roll ads are disabled for 50 minutes. Crazy ads, says Charlie Speeds. Crazy ad. Yeah, I'm not sure. Let's see. I know Chan and Charlie are subscribed, so we can just have private time with me, Chan, and Charlie. And if you guys want to ask me any question, too late. Okay. Have you ever thought of multi-streaming to YouTube? I've been considering doing the same, but haven't got the opportunity yet. Oh, I've thought about it, but I didn't want to also have to deal with another chat. But I guess there's some tools that let you put things together so that it's easier. But I mean, right now, if I was to stream to my YouTube, it would have to be on my main channel, but I don't want the resulting VOD to be on my main channel. I want it to be on the other one. Multiple chats. I know, right? I use Twitch Nitro, says Chris. So Chris also doesn't see. Okay. So we can have private time with Chan, Charlie, and Chris. All your guys' names begin with C. Should I change my name to Cam so that I can also have a name that begins with C? I mean, you also have a YouTube community. Yes, I do have a YouTube community, I guess. It's kind of weird because all the people I regularly interact with are in like drastically different time zones. Crazy Asian with a C? No, I can't do that. No. That's too normal. I've almost gotten really used to seeing like the crazy like this. But anyway. Okay, are we back? Are we back? Is everybody back? Everybody back? Back. Okay. No C. Yeah, no C. All right, here we go. I have a deck, and I'm going to go ahead and give it to. Hey, Chris M.E., can you grab an invisible deck? All right, I'm going to hand it through to you through the internet pipes, okay? 1, 2, 3. Okay, all right. So while that is traveling through the internet pipes to Chris M.E., Chris M.E., if you are there, definitely catch the deck, take it out, and then spread out the deck. You won't be able to see them because they're invisible, but go ahead and take one card out, turn it around, put it back, close it up, and then put it back in the box, and then throw the invisible deck back to me. Throw the invisible deck back to me. And I guess I will eat. Caught it! Alright, awesome. Alright, you've got it. Okay, excellent. And then throw it back whenever you've got your card turned around, put back, and here we go. I didn't realize I was not thinking about this, but ads could throw off the timing too of when people see the live portion of the stream. I know I've experienced that before in other streams. So okay, toss it back. All right. Oh, oh, oh. Okay. All right. Here we go. We have it. Okay. I'm not gonna break the screen. I'm not going to change scenes or anything. So the deck will be right here. Now, Chris M.Y., it is okay for you to tell us which card was it that you turned around in the deck. And I will show you that, you know what? This deck was the deck that you actually picked or grabbed. And if anybody's been sitting around for a while and you've not hydrated, please feel free to hydrate. Five of clubs. Five of clubs. All right. Five of clubs. Here, let me go ahead and pull this out. And so, if I just go ahead and just spread through, I don't know if you can tell, but there's only one card facing in the opposite direction. This card right there. And, you know, if I was doing this in real life, I would probably ask what was that card again. But we can just look back in chat. We can just see. It says five of clubs, right? Would it not be strange if this was the only card facing in the opposite direction? Five of clubs. There we have it, my friends. The invisible deck. I used to warn people that I only did that once per stream, but people don't really request it that much anymore. So thank you for requesting that, Chris M.Y. Thank you kindly for the claps and the emotes. Chris M.Y., Charlie's Beats. All right, let's see. And thank you kindly for the claps, Chan. Charlie's Beats has requested Play It Straight. Let's go ahead and get ready for Play It Straight Triumph. Unfocused in IA, welcome in, Nalani. How are you doing today? Hopefully you're doing well. Good to see you. How's your day going? Guys, if you're not following our friend Unfocused in IA, please give Unfocused in IA a follow. Unfocused in IA, variety streamer, streams all sorts of things. Music, video games, arts and crafts, cooking, all the things. Unfocused IA says, I'm good, how are you? How's everyone? I'm doing pretty well. Can't really complain for the most part. I mean, I've mostly been complaining because I'm currently unemployed, which is why I can stream during the day. And that's pretty much the extent. But I'm trying to get those ad Twitch dollars, which we've now encountered a few situations where it's like, oh, ads. And I'm like, okay. So that part's new to me, but otherwise, doing okay. And for those of you who don't know who, I think most of you in chat know who Nalani is, but if you don't know Unfocused in IA, Unfocused in IA Was my first raid ever, so I can never forget my first raid. Thanks, Nalani. All right, cool. Let's see here. Sorry to hear that. No worries. It happens. I mean, I'm not the only one, because the rest of the industry. So for anybody who didn't know, I'm, uh, thank you for the follow. Um, oh, thank you for the resub. Unfocused on IA, and welcome in Sydney, aka Coco. How are you doing, Sydney, aka Coco? Oh, guys, you're not following our friend Sydney, aka Coco. Definitely give Sydney a follow. Sydney streams in real life outside stuff, and Sydney's also been watching some of my stuff on YouTube too. So thank you, Sydney. I greatly appreciate that as well. All right, where was I? Oh yeah, getting ready for this trick, but yeah. Um, let's see. Actually, let me just double check and make sure that unfocused in IA, you are. Have you signed a card in the current Twitch deck? I have to double check because I don't remember. But if you have not, you get up. You are the 5 of Hearts. There we go. Thank you so much for the support. Okay, so I'm gonna do this trick, and then we will do something with the 5 of Hearts for um, unfocused in IA. Okay, all right. Woo! All right, and then yes, you're. Thanks for shouting out Sydney Chan, and you're welcome, Sydney. All right. Okay. So here we go. We have a deck. I'm going to need a card selected. So let me just go to a random place in here and like let's say here, right? Okay. So here, why don't we have somebody click on one of these cards? If you're on desktop, Charlie or somebody. All right. I'm gonna assume this is. All right. One of these random cards over here. I know what this card is. All right, tell you what. Now that I said that I know what this guy, let me cut this so that you guys don't suspect a thing, and shuffle this. Okay, there you go. All right, cool. Okay, so wait. Okay, all right. I see a bunch of heat maps, so we're gonna select this one for the purposes of this trick because I think that was the first one I saw, right? Unless this was. Now I'm confused. All right, we're just gonna go with this one. Okay, all right. And then what we're going to do is we are going to need to cut the deck into about 4 roughly. I may suspect a thing, Chris MU says. Chris MU may suspect a thing. I'm going to go ahead and cut this into roughly 4 equal parts. They don't have to be exactly equal, just roughly. So we're going to cut it like this. Okay. Then we are going to go ahead and shuffle. Sorry, we're going to turn these face up, and then we're going to shuffle face up into face down. I know, that's super weird, but let's go ahead and do it. Okay, and now, look, those are really jumbled. I mean, it doesn't look as jumbled because they're kind of sticking to each other, but anyway. And then we're going to go ahead and flip it over and shuffle again. And then we're going to flip it over and shuffle again. So this is really messed up now. And then we're going to find your... Oh, crap. You know what? This part, we're going to go ahead and find your card. Hey, look, it's right there. I found it. No, it's okay. You know what? When I mess up a trick, I like to bring out my dear friend, and those of you who have been around know him, or her, or it. The pronouns are not clear. We're going to bring out the deck sock. All right, the deck sock says, I accept all pronouns. So you cannot be wrong. You could use him or her or them. It's fine. It accepts all of them. It even accepts it. All right, there we go. So, Dexoc, can you help me fix this trick? I don't want to embarrass myself in front of my friends. Okay, all right. Dexoc says, "Yep, go ahead and spread the deck." Okay. How is that going to be impressive? When I spread the deck, it's going to. Oh, okay. So the deck sock tells me to spread the deck this way. Oh, there's some cards that are face up, but they're not as many as I thought. And start pulling them out and line them up. Okay, okay, deck sock. I will listen to you. The deck sock communicates to me psychically. So here's our Ace of Spades, signed by Charlie's Beats. Here's a 2. Here's a 3. And a 4. And a 6. And a 7. And an 8. Hey, Dexoc, is the magic part actually going to get chat to tell me what that card is? Because that'd be pretty magical. Hey, chat, do you guys know what this card might be? Any guesses? Any guesses? Huh. All right, I think there's a lot of heat maps. That means we got a lot of magic and MP. So, delicious heat maps. All right, any guesses? Yeah? No? Anybody want to take a stab at it? Lol. Thank you kindly for getting that eat, Chan the Magic Man. 5 of spades, Chan the Magic Man says. Chan says 5. All right, well, here, let me just show you that this is indeed a 5. Oh, whoops, that says the unfocused in IA one. Sorry. We said 5 of spades. I don't want Charlie to be wrong because, look, Charlie requested the trick. So, there we go. That, my friends, is Play It Straight Triumph, starring the deck sock, with a little extra misdirection at the end. Thank you kindly for the claps and the applause. Unfocused on A, Charlie's Beats, Chan the Magic Man, Kisogo Plays. Thank you so much for the resub. The only magic I have is the love I have in my heart for you. Says Kisogo. Welcome in, Kiso. How are you doing? Hopefully you're doing well. I mean, look, I know that you are full of love, so I can't have it all, but your love is overflowing to everybody that you encounter and meet. Guys, we're not following our friend Kisogo Plays. Please give Kisogo Plays a follow. And Kisogo Plays says, full of shit more like. Definitely give Kiso a follow. Kisogo plays a variety of different like story-based narrative games. Has also just done streams where it's just cooking, chatting at the bar. So yeah, definitely give Kiso a follow. And then also, oh yeah, let me grab Kiso's card too. Hang on, I gotta find. Kiso, where are you? What card did you sign? All right, Kisogo Plays has signed the 3 of spades. Once again, thank you so much, Kiso. All right, so we have to do a trick for Unfocused on NIA and Kisogo Plays. So you know what? Maybe we should do a trick where they're both together. I mean, not like, I mean, they're just working together. Working together professionally, business inquiries. See, Kisogo Play business inquiries right there. Yes, 3 of spades. Okay, all right. Let's go ahead and. Oh, okay. All right, I've got one. I think I've got one. So, because we are streamers and we're on Twitch, we create things. I'm also a YouTuber. I know a bunch of you guys also have YouTubes. And so we're all creators, and we all want to have some general success with our creative endeavors, right? And, we never, ever want to compromise on our creative vision, even though, sometimes we need to make a buck, right? Like that happen. Much biz, yes. Much inquiry, for sure. So here we have two of our wonderful creator friends, Unfocused on IA and Kisogo Plays, and they are going to be finding the best of the best, the cream of the crop for their content, for their stream. So everything that they need to do, whether it's for music, for video games, anything like that. So we're going to have these two try and find some premium content to create. And the first thing they're going to do is they're going to delve through this thick stack of games to try and find something that they can play. And so, look, they have found a game, and you know what that game is rated? 10 out of 10. All right. And so now we're going to need them to become inspired because perhaps Nalani will be making a song and releasing it. And you know what? I know that deep down in my heart, Nalani would not release a song if it was not a 10 out of 10. So let's hope that I get a 10 because we don't want to release a dud, right? We don't want to release like a 3 out of 10. That would not be good. So here we go. 1, 2. I don't know if you guys saw it, but look. And then oh no, ads. Okay. My hands are up. My hands are up. I'm waiting. But the good news is that the announcement worked and I became aware of it immediately. So, yay! So Chan, I'll have to thank you for that tip from the other day. So I think it worked. Awesome. I'm not doing anything yet. Okay. I guess. Well, I guess that Unfocused and Kiso both are subbed, so they could see the rest of the trick. But for anybody else who's watching, I'll hold off for a minute. This is a good time. Hands up. If anybody wanted to pretend to frisk me, this would be like a really weird time to do it. Of course, you need it. So, FYI, don't think about frisking me. Why am I saying these things? Jeez. So the good news is that I was trying to figure out my unemployment stuff, and I got a Twitch payment, and I was like figuring out, do I need to report this? And like, I had to Google a bunch of stuff and look up a bunch of things and ask ChatGPT, and I finally determined that I don't think I need to report it because it was like less than a certain amount of threshold, and it's considered self-employment, and the question states like excluding self-employment. I'm like, oh, okay, so I don't actually have to. But anyway, that pose when you get caught in a magic trick. Whoa! We're back? Okay, it's less than 600 over the whole year. Then no, you don't need to. Yeah, for federal, yes. Each state may have their own different tax laws or whatever. But absolutely. I'm also on YouTube, and I have been getting more on my YouTube lately, so that I don't know. Anyway, all right, so where were we? Yes, Kiso and Unfocused Nia trying to find a 10, and I believe this was the next song release that Nalani was going to do, and we didn't want it to be like a dud, and so we also want it to be a 10 out of 10. Yes, that's right. Now, sometimes streamers aren't doing their creative things on stream. They might be doing their creative thing, off camera, for example. And so we might get a situation where we don't see them for a little while. But even if we don't see them for a while, um, they're going to go ahead and be able to find. I just realized I did something silly. So here's what we're going to need to do, because Chris M. Yee has interrupted the trick. Sorry, Chris MB. I don't know how you got here, but we're gonna have to start over. Um, okay. Also, I think the ad break kind of messed me up. So let's go ahead and I can't really. I guess I can blame myself, but that's okay. Dang it, Chris! This trick is 10 out of 10. You oop. It's okay, Chris. You didn't actually interrupt anything. I was just your card came up as okay. All right, all right. Where was I? Blame the ad. I am gonna blame the ads for that one. Okay, we're starting over. Okay, here we go. All right. Look, Kasogo Plays and Nalani, their stream was disconnected, okay? And that happens because the internet is the internet. And so they're like, we need to do it again. And so they're going to do it right. And they wanted to get it good. Um, and so here we go. They're going to go ahead and try and find a 10 out of 10 game because those are the games that they want to play on stream. And so here we go. 1, 2, 3. And they're going to steal one. And this one is going to be a 10 out of 10 game because, well, you guys know this part already. 10 out of 10. Okay. Next, we are going to have them go ahead and try and write a song. And this song they're going to release is going to be a 10 out of 10 because we don't want any duds. And so, but, you know, they might not be streaming when they come up with it, when they come up with the idea. So here we go. 1, 2, and I don't know if you saw it, but look, they just grabbed. What if I prefer 3 out of 10 content because that's all I'm capable of, says Kisogo Plays? All right, well, look, don't do it while you're collaborating with Unfocused and IA because she doesn't want. Well, I assume I don't. I assume she just doesn't want 3 out of 10 content. So, but look, this is a 10 out of 10 song. Here we go, 10 out of 10. All right. Now, sometimes the creators can't be streaming while they do their creative process. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and they will go. They're gonna go offline for a little bit to come up with their next best thing. Unfocused Eye says, "I demand perfection." And so look here, Unfocused and I deserves a better collaborator. Shake my head. Kisogo Plays. Don't be so hard on yourself. And so that is also going to be a 10 out of 10. Yeah, don't be so hard on yourself, man. But look here. You get one more shot to finish the collaboration. End strong because you're going to want to get the last 10 out of 10. And there we have it. Kisogo Plays and Unfocused Anaye. 10 out of 10. I definitely recommend go follow them. Both wonderful people. Both wonderful streamers. We did it! Yeah! We did it! Oh, you guys did it. I was just telling the story, right? I'm just a storyteller. I tell the story. Not gonna lie, Unfocused Eye really carried that trick. I mean, all right, because I'll we can accept that, Kisogo. We can. Let's see. I saw Chan requested hair razor, so I'll have to do that. I did not actually do it yet, so let's go ahead and do the hair razor. But anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed that. That was fun. I like that one. I'll have to say I've never themed that trick that way before. So there you go. Well done, guys. Okay, I have to remember how to do this trick really quick. Let me do this, that, the other thing, this, um, this, and this. Okay. Just like in school, I'm doing the group project, says Unfocused and IA. All right. I don't want to bring I don't want to bring back bad memories of group projects where you were the only one working, but I remember some of those days too. Oftentimes I was the only one, or at least I usually had like one or two other people doing the group project, but it would sometimes be me and one other person doing the group project for like 5 or 6 people. So yeah, I feel ya. I feel ya. Okay, so this next trick is called Hair Raiser. All right, so first we're going to start with an ace, 2, and a 3. Now, what I want to do with these two cards is that, well, these two cards are the jokers. And so I'm going to go ahead and use the jokers to do something interesting with these cards over here. So look, if I go ahead and I take, actually if I place the ace on the bottom, if I snap once, that will bring the ace back up to the top. Now if I take the 2 and I place the 2 on the bottom, I have to snap twice now to bring the 2 back up to the top, because look. And now if I grab the 3, if I have to snap 3 times. 1, 2, 3, and that will bring the 3 back up to the top. Now, some people are like, no, that trick is too slow. You need to go a little bit faster. I'm like, okay, fine. You know what? I'm going to put the whole packet on the 3, and then we're going to just snap once, and the 3 will hop back up to the top. Put the whole packet on the 2, snap once, the 2 is going to hop back up to the top. Place the packet on the ace, snap, and the ace will come back to the top. I know, is that strange? And now we have our jokers here, and a lot of people think that the jokers are the ones doing the work, but actually the ace, 2, and the 3 are the magical cards here, because here, let me go ahead and place the ace, 2, and the 3, and we don't need the jokers anymore, so I'm just going to leave those right here. But let's go ahead and cut the deck for a second, right here. Now, if the cards were magical, if it was the jokers, then if I do something with these, nothing should change. They should still be an ace, 2, and 3 of spades. But let me just go ahead and let me just grab a card from where we cut. Here, the queen of spades. So if I use the queen of spades to touch the ace, 2, and the 3 of spades, they will change to be the queen of diamonds, the queen of clubs, and the queen of hearts. And that's why the ace, 2, and the 3 are the magical ones and not the jokers. There we go. And that, my friends, was Hair Raiser. Thank you kindly for the claps. Charlie's Beats, Unfocused on AA. Thanks for clearing that again. Yeah, I saw that you had requested it, Chan, and you already cleared it because you cleared it from the other one. So I went ahead and did it, so you didn't have to clear. It's all good. All right. So, yeah, I have no idea what my quote-unquote new schedule will be like, because going forward, so like, this is my third stream this week, if you count Sunday being the first one. Yesterday was the second one, today's the third one. So I don't know how many times I can stream this week, but more than what I had been. So, yeah, we shall see. We shall see how I do. Also, if anybody doesn't mind sharing my YouTube, I am like 40 people away from 2K subscribers on YouTube. So if anybody can just like nonchalantly be like, hey, anybody want to Chan says yesterday? Yeah, Chan, I streamed a U-Beat stream yesterday. I streamed playing a rhythm game. I have an arcade rhythm game in my house. It's not mine. I'm currently borrowing it from a friend. Borrowing it being like he needed the place to store it until he could come get it back. But he said you can he said you could go ahead and just play it while you're storing it. I'm like, okay. So yeah, it's Curviously Jen yesterday mentioned that it was basically like DDR for your hands. So it's U-Beat, it's spelled Jubeat, Jubeat, but it's like a 4x4 grid, and as the squares light up, you tap them in sequence to the music. So I tried to do a 10 difficulty yesterday, and I failed miserably. I think I'm quite comfortable at like 6 and 7, but it was too hard. Let's see here. Oh yeah, let me do this on this stream right now because I have an emote for this now. All right, let's hope this works out okay. So if anybody recognizes this emote, this is the Gibson lens, Gibson eyes. But then he added a new one. It's Gibson sus eyes, and yeah, Chan's got it too. I saw this one being used, and I was like, oh yeah, people using it, sweet. So, and there we go. Yeah, Gibson lens has got these too. I mean, obviously these are his emotes. So, and then we got go from sus eyes to regular eyes. There you go. Nice. So, and also, I try and line it up with my face now because I think that's hilarious. Ads in 3 minutes. Okay. All right. Let's see. The queue is empty. If anybody would like to request anything in the queue, sorry, would like to make a request, feel free. In the interim, while the queue's, I could just do the ad break now. Can I do that? Let me see if I can. I'm going to click this button, and then if an ad occurs, that'll be good. So let's see. All right, so here we go. All right, everybody who's still here, we can have intimate time. It's you, me, chat, and whoever else is in chat that doesn't get ads. So, how's it going? Is there anyone who sees ads? I mean, I don't know. I'm going to assume that there are people who see ads, but no clue. Not me, says Chan. Sorry, wait. How you doing? Sorry, I can't do the. I used to be a what's up kind of guy, right? I can't do the how you doing because that one never picked up. Sydney's got ads. Okay, so yeah. But there were like entire weeks where like I would probably have like 2 or 3 days talking with my roommates, and like 90% of our conversations were "What's up?" and then we'd say "What's up?" and it's like food. What's up? And it's like we just never like the fact that hit went right in my college days. I think was kind of funny. What's up? Done now, says Sydney. Welcome back, Sydney. The only thing you missed was "What's up?" That's all you missed. For those of you who get ads, if you clip, can you go back and see the stream like from where you clipped without the ad? I think that's like the cheat code, right? Is that a cheat code? Because I would like to think that's a cheat code. All right, let's see. We've got Chan requesting ace on top. So you know what we'll do? We will do Chan on top. Okay, that sounds really weird. I'm sorry. We're going to do a card trick, and we're going to call it Chan on top. Phrasing, Nom. Phrasing. I'm sorry, or you're welcome if you laughed hysterically. Okay, let me see here, and then lol says Charlie. Okay, so we've got. Let me see here. Actually, I was looking at my spreadsheet the other day. So today, this magic stream is magic stream number 155. So number 169 is coming up in about 14 streams. So if I do one stream a week, that's 14 weeks, which might bring us to around like holiday time. Or if I'm doing more magic streams per week, I could accelerate that. I'll try my very hardest to get stream 169 on a busy day. So we'll see how that goes. Delicious. And also, as a fun little thing to show everybody, I'll willingly pull out this deck, this deck of cards. Curviously, Jen, thank you so much for the resub. Greatly appreciate it. Oh, thanks for getting a shout out for Curviously Jen. Guys, you're not following our friend Curviously Jen. Please give Curviously Jen a follow. So for one, I'm eluding ads. Oh, okay. So I guess my ad earlier did not Did not save ads. Make sure you start it at 420 for even funnier number. Oh, yes, yes. 169, 420. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But anyway, for those of you who have not seen... Oh, I guess if you have an ad, you don't get to see this unless you're subbed. So, those of you who may know, I will willingly pull out this deck. It is the undressed deck of cards for stream 169. So, yep, there we go. That's something to look forward to. I pulled it out, the deck of cards, this deck of cards, two other times, I think. Definitely for stream 69. And then I think just randomly on a whim, because it was just like a randomly dirty night. I don't know why everybody in chat was like, and I'm like, ah, yeah, it's not safe for work deck. Yeah, not safe for work deck. So, alright. So this next trick is normally called ace on top. Oh, wait. I guess I should wait for ads. Alright, let me know when people are back. But yes, yeah, so that's the undressed deck. Alright, cool. Everybody's back. Alright. Excellent. Okay, so normally this trick is called ace on top, but Chan the Magic Man is our ace, and Chan the Magic Man has signed the Queen of Clubs, so this will be called Chan the Magic Man on top. So we're going to start with Chan the Magic Man, then followed by a 2, then the 3, then the 4, and the 5 of clubs. Now, here's the thing with this. I want to do a magical move, basically right now. Watch very closely. Here's the magical move. Sydney says, driving now, catch you later. All right, Sydney, drive safely. Thank you kindly for stopping in, and definitely pay attention while you're driving. Don't look at this magical move. I swear there's no magic happening yet. Until right now. Okay, now it's magical. Okay. Now, if I was to ask you what card is on the top, I think most people would probably say 5. But if you were paying attention to the name of the game, Chan is on the top. Because look, if I show you, Chan is on the top. Now, for the rest of this trick, the packet will be self-correcting. Because what follows Chan? Kaio Demon, welcome in, 956. How? That's okay. Here's the 2. Okay, what follows the 2? It'll be the 3. The 3. And then the 4 and the 5. So important question, what card is this? I think a lot of people would say 5 if you're very trusting. Some people would say 4 if you're a little bit trusting. Some people would say ace because the name of the game is ace on top. But remember, we replaced this with Chan, so Chan is now on top. Because is this now not on top? Yeah, Chan the Magic Man signed Queen of Clubs will be on top. See, look. And then what follows Chan? The 2. And then what follows the 2? The 3. And what follows the 3? The 4. And then what follows the 4? The 5. Okay, alright. This is a quiz, but it's not a magical quiz. What card's on top? I didn't do any magic here, so if you're just paying attention. It's the queen. It's Chan the Magic Man. Now, let's go ahead and take Chan and place him into the middle of the packet over here. He's not on the top. He's not on the bottom. I'm going to go ahead. Yeah, Chan's on top. There we go. I'm going to put him in there, but look. Chan will rise to the occasion. Chan will now be on top. See? Now look, let me go ahead and take Chan and place him clearly in the middle. So Chan's going to go like clearly in the middle, right? So like right here, that's definitely in the middle. It's below these two, above these two. But now we just watch. Chan will once again rise up to the occasion because look. There we go. Now, you might be thinking, alright, Chan's a magician. Alright, you're right. Let's go ahead and take him out for a second, just so that you can see that we can still do the trick. So what card follows Chan? If you said the 2, that's correct. But look, if I take the 2 and I place it furthest away from where it's supposed to go, here in the bottom, right? It's definitely furthest away from here. If we go ahead and I show you, the 2 is currently on the top, because look. I know, is that weird? That's super weird, right? Some people don't believe. Yeah, Chan's following along. Chan can do this trick. Chan's done this trick. Uh, but if you would you believe I could do the trick with the cards face up? Sorry. That Chan could do the trick with the cards face up. Here, let me just show you the current state of the cards right now. So look, here we are. In order to do this with the cards face up, the three's got to jump into the middle. The queen's got to hop all the way up to the top. The five's got to go all the way down to the bottom. The two has got to go up all the way over here, and four's got to tick over one. And so that's the jumbled mess that we have with all of these right now. However, all we have to do with these 5 cards is I just have to take one. Let me go ahead and grab Chan the Magic Man, Queen of Clubs. Place it on the top. The packet has now corrected itself because Chan the Magic Man has deemed it so. Because look, Chan the Magic Man's on the top, right? And so, but what follows Chan? The 2. What follows the 2? The 3. What follows the 3? The 4. What follows the 4? The 5. And that, my friends, is Ace on Top, starring Chan the Magic Man. Thank you for that request, Chan. Greatly appreciate it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Kyo Demon, thank you kindly for the mind blown. And let's see, the queue is currently empty. If anybody would like to request any tricks, I believe you need to be a follower minimally, but the trick list is currently pinned, or you can do !random to randomly put a trick in there. In the meantime, let me see here. I have been practicing. Kyo Demon is a streamer? Oh! Kyo Demon, are you a streamer? Oh, okay. Kyo Demon. Alright, let's give Kyo Demon a shout out. What were you last doing, Kyo Demon? Oh, I am somehow already following you. It's I am sorry. I may have like rated in once, followed, and then unless you changed your name at some point. My apologies, have not caught you. Last stream 10 hours ago. Okay, yep. I can see multiple things in a week, so yeah. Guys, let's give Kyo Demon a follow, and I will try and make a mental note and be like, let's try and catch Kyo Demon sometime. If I can, so we shall see. But anyway, thanks for hopping in, Kyo Demon. Hopefully you are having fun, and so let me introduce myself to you. I don't know if you've met me or been here before, because it said first time chat earlier, but hi, my name is Nam, also known as Crazy Asian, spelled this weird way on Twitch, but I like to do sleight of hand card magic on Twitch. This is mostly what I do, but lately I've been doing other stuff, like I play rhythm games, video games, I've been doing cooking streams ever since I've been unemployed, so I'm like, alright, but I guess magic is like my main thing. Kyo Demon says, you rated Mokoi and I started following you then. Oh, okay, and started following... Oh, and you started following... Oh! Okay, I followed I followed like 6 people yesterday, and I was just like, oh, okay. So I clicked on people's names, and I was like, oh, are you a streamer? All right, I'm following you. Are you a streamer? Okay, cool. And I didn't register, so I guess that explains it. So I must have followed you yesterday, and then I forgot everybody's name, but I'm like, all right, I'm gonna support. So anyway, so first of all, I know how hard it is to be a streamer, and I know, like, so it's like I enjoy like seeing new streamers and then them coming to like being, because it's like, it's so cool. It's like if you've never streamed before, right? It takes like a kind of personality to both stream and to be consistent with it, and to like do it so that you're getting success out of it. And I'm not saying success being like you have to have lots of followers or like lots of money. I mean, that would be nice, but like if you want to make friends out of it, right? That could be a measure of success. If you want to have a creative outlet, that could be a good measure of success, that kind of stuff. So, support. I'm here to support like anybody who's like a new streamer and everything. So, thank you for coming in, and thank you for reminding me that that's how I followed you, because it was probably gonna bother me. Oh yeah, and catch out Magic Twitch. If you're looking for more magic, there are a few other magicians on Twitch. If you go to that link tree that links to 4 of us, it's me, Chan the Magic Man, and 2 others. One is Hallowthorn. He doesn't stream as much anymore. But InfoXZar is the magician who has 3 magic streams a week. So definitely give him a follow and catch his schedule. All right, and then let me see here. And then I'll always follow this up with this one, because I've basically just been doing them as a pair now. Okay, and so I mostly do card magic, but I am into sleight of hand magic. But this is like my only one on with coins here. Okay, so we have 4 coins, and we have 4 cards. I'm going to make the coins teleport from corner to corner, but first I'm going to cover each coin with a card. And here's the first, don't blink, this is the part that happens very quickly. I'm going to move this one from here to here. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Don't blink, it happens very fast. Move this one from here to there. 1, 2, 3. And then this one's going to go from here to here. 1, 2, 3. There we go. So that was the version with cards as cover. Now we will do the cardless version, which I will just use my hands. Okay, so now we have 4 here. 2, 4. Hands empty. And here we go. We're going to go ahead and move this one from here to there. There we go. Move this one from here to there. There we go. Moving one from here to there. There we go. We have 1, 2, 3. We just have one more. Move this one from here to there. And there we go. Now I like to finish this one off lately with this particular finale. Okay, right. This one's hard. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. And that, my friends, is the cardless coin matrix. Is that one wild? That one's wild, right? The ending of that, pretty wild. So when I first saw that, I'm like visually like, oh my god, that's so cool. And I was like, how do I do that? And so I had to learn how to do it. And then I learned how to do it, and I'm like, ah, oh, brilliant. And so thank you kindly for the claps. Kaio Demon, Jan the Magic Man. All right. Once again, the queue is empty. If anybody would like to request anything, feel free. I'm thinking about wrapping up in like, I don't know, maybe half an hour. So if anybody wants to see any more magic, let me know. Let's see. Ads in 3 minutes. Oh, okay. Cool. I need to figure out how to see those ads. Because, so thanks for all these warnings, Chan. I appreciate these. Mad Monty. Okay. Oh, the question is, can I fit it in 2 minutes, or should I wait for the ad break? I should probably, I don't know. I can do it pretty fast, but all right. We're gonna try. All right, here we go. We go fast. All right, here we go. So look, I have 2 cards. We have 10 of hearts, 10 of diamonds. So look, if I turn it twice, which one do you think is on top? I would imagine you would say that the 10 of hearts is on top, 10 of diamonds is still on the bottom. But look, what if we do it 3 times? 1, 2, 3. Charlie's Beats got the Sonic. Now, which one would you think is on top? The hearts or the diamonds, or the diamonds, or the, which one would you be impressed with? It probably doesn't matter, because look, I've changed them. They're no longer the hearts and the diamonds, but here. It is now a spade and a club. And that, my friends, is a very fast Mad Monty. Ta-da! Okay. Was that fast enough? Was that less than 3 minutes or less than 2 minutes? Okay, I think everybody's still here, right? For the end of this. Wow, 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 wow. So let's go. Thank you kindly for the request, Kaio Demon, and hopefully you guys enjoyed. And okay, now I definitely will have to wait for the ad break because I think the next one will not be able to be fit into. Thank you kindly for the claps, Chan, the Magic Man, and thank you for the lull. I assume was that me, the Speed Demon version? Yeah. Chan, thanks for clipping the slow trick last time, the fast trick. I ended up highlighting that entire performance, the regular speed and then the other speed. I watched it again. I'm like, wow, I look like an idiot, but this is funny. Like, so, all right, okay. Um, all right, let's see here. Snap change transpo. I've messed this up before, and I'm sure I will mess it up again, but let's see if I can do it. All right, let's see. Are we in an ad break? Okay, so I'm in my dashboard. Is there a way I can see that an ad is happening? I kind of just want to know. Because if I didn't have Chan here telling me, then I wouldn't know, I don't think. Because Stream Elements hadn't been saying in time. He's been saying like after the ad break's done. All right, back. Oh, okay, all right, cool. Thanks for letting me know, Chan. Appreciate it. Wait, no? Okay, I'm waiting. Um, hmm. Yeah, I might have to fiddle with the. Maybe it might be easier if I control my own ad breaks in the future. I don't know. It'll be something to experiment with, I think. But there it is. Okay, yeah, there. Okay, that was weird. I felt like that took more than 3 minutes, but all right. Let's take a few minutes break. Here, in the interim, I'll show some people some off-menu stuff. I have a metal cup. Here's a metal cup. Here's a magic wand. I can ring the bell. I can ring the bell. All right. Here, can you guys hear this coin? You guys can hear the coin underneath there, right? Okay, cool. So, but here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take the coin and I'm going to push it through the top. 1, 2, and wait, I didn't push it through. 1, 2, and all right, now it's in there. I don't know if you can tell, because look, ready? It's back. Okay. All right, are we back from the ad yet? No? Yes? No? Okay. All right, so here we go. We're just going to go ahead and make that coin disappear, okay? 1, 2, 3. I don't know if you guys saw it, but look, it's gone. It's gone now. It's gone. Okay. Are we back from the ad yet? No? Okay. All right, here, I'll put the coin back. It's fine. There we go. So look, if I go ahead and I put the coin... Yeah, I don't know. Okay, all right. That was a off-menu practice, random, during ad. All right, we back now? Okay, let's go ahead and... Oh no. Am I not connected to the internet anymore? Oh no, I am. Okay. For some reason, something did not clear. All right. Okay. Let's see. All right. Snap change transpo. Let's go ahead and do that for Charlie. Let's hope that this works. All right. Okay. So I've got a couple of cards here. They are Charlie's beat signed Ace of Spades and the Queen. Sorry, the Jack of Diamonds. If I go ahead and leave the Jack down here, and I have Charlie's beat signed Ace of Spades over here. But look, all I have to do is not mess this up. 1, 2, 3. And look, if I show you, here's the card that was on the table. This is actually Charlie's Beats signed Ace of Spades. I know, weird, right? Wow, did that look okay? I think that looked okay. I think that was I think that was good. I think that's fine. Okay. Charlie's Beat says Pog. Thanks, Charlie. Thank you for the claps, Chan. All right. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, it seems like, assuming things are fine next Wednesday, I might be able to do this again next Wednesday. I might shift the time around, though, maybe a little bit earlier. Because I know my wife is... So my wife, during the stream, I started the stream, I was home alone. My wife came home during the stream. She heard I was streaming, so she didn't come down. And then she went to go pick up the kid. And so now I know that they're going to be home probably in like 20 minutes, which is why I said I wanted to end stream. So... twisting Picasso's arm. All right. Let's twist Picasso's arm. Okay. Actually, let me make sure that this is the new and improved way. Yes, okay. I can do this the new and improved way. Okay. So full disclosure, I set aside a little packet now for twisting Picasso's arm. So now it's all good. Kit Kat Gad, welcome in. How's it going? Family time can never be replaced. Yes, I am aware of that, and I have one kid, and I don't think we were going to have another one, so I might as well spend as much time as I can with her. And there will be times when she's older, when she's like, I don't want to spend time with dad, or I want to be with my friends. And then at that time, I can just be like, all right, go have fun, kid. But right now, she's too young to leave. She can't drive herself yet, you know. Look, 4-year-old driving a car, I mean, you got time. Yeah, I got some time. All right, cool. So here we go. I do have a packet of cards here. So packet of cards, 1, 2, 3, 4. So these are actually all blue-backed black spot cards. Okay, however, oh, I need something red now because we're going to be grabbing... You know what? I have an air deck over here. This is actually... I'm not going to be opening it or these cards because this is the sealed one that I have. But I just need the red paint from this because, look, I'm just going to go ahead and grab the red paint here and then place it in the packet because that will turn one of those cards to be red. I know, is that weird? Super weird, right? Let me go ahead and grab another chunk of red right here, and that's now going to change a second one. So look, that's blue, red, red, and blue. I know, right? Okay, then finally let's go ahead and grab another chunk of red, and now we've got red, blue, red, red, red. I know, crazy. But just to show you, we still have a blue card here amongst the cards. And then actually, I'm going to go ahead and just grab a little bit more red. And that will go ahead and make all of them red. And not only that, I know you can tell the backs are red. However, as I was grabbing them and I placed the red on the back, it actually changed the front to be red too. They've also all changed to be red. And they all have murals on them. They all have like portraits. People used to paint portraits because we couldn't take pictures, but now we have digital and phones but people had to paint faces back then if you wanted to remember what people looked like. And that, my friends, is twisting Picasso's arm. Boom. There we go. Thank you kindly for that request, Charlie's Beats. Let's see. All right, cool. Thank you kindly for the claps, Chris M.Ye. Thanks for clearing that. Chan the Magic Man. Kit Kat Cat says, why do people say one-eyed Jack but not one-eyed King? I don't know. The one-eyed Jack, I think, is probably just more prominent historically. But yeah, there is two one-eyed Jacks and one one-eyed King. So, yeah. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and find them right now. But good question, because I don't know the answer to that. So, let's see. So here's a one-eyed Jack. These queens are both-eyed. This king is both-eyed. This king is both-eyed. This one's both-eyed. Both-eyed queen. Here's another one-eyed Jack. This one's Jack is both-eyed. This Jack is both-eyed. Oh no, actually all of the kings. Oh wait, am I missing a king? Wait, where's the king of diamonds? Come on, deck. Where's king of diamonds? Right here. Yeah, and this is the one-eyed king. So yeah, these are the two one-eyed Jacks. Usually the heart and the spade, and then the one-eyed king is the king of diamonds, and then the suicide king is the king of hearts. Is the name that is usually associated with it. So now the dissatisfactory answer I got is like I did research on why these two Jacks were the one-eyed Jacks. Kit Kat Cat says you could have a Fight Club themed trick where someone loses an eye. You know, that would not be a bad idea. I'd have to figure that out. But the unsatisfactory answer for why these two are one-eyed Jacks is because, well, there were lots of decks of cards before they standardized on imagery for all of these, so you could go back in time and different. Basically Europe started popularizing the deck of cards between Great Britain and France. The card images that we are used to nowadays and the suits actually are the French version. So like other decks of cards, they might have had other suits. They kind of draw a little bit from like the original tarot cards, but so you might have like cups and coins, like that kind of thing. But at some point, somehow the world settled on these ones being the most popular: spades, clubs, hearts, and diamonds. And the lack of satisfactory answer being these two being the one-eyed is just because the images that happen to be associated with the French face cards at the time happen to be this. And so when you get a new deck of cards now, if it is based on that French deck of cards, which most decks of cards are now for the most part, they will have these images. And so typically these ones will be that profile picture from the side. And then this one will have the king, with the sword or dagger behind his head. But it looks like it's going into his head, really. But yeah, so for losing an eye, I mean, I don't know. I'd have to make this Jack lose the eye here, and I'd have to make this Jack lose the eye here. And then I guess I can make this guy. He was playing with the sword too close to his face, so he lost an eye here. Like, I don't know. Hold on, give me a second. Let me see if I can work something out really quick. An eye for an eye, yes. Okay. Okay, so look, we've got the Jack of Clubs and the Jack of Diamonds, and they are going to be participating in Fight Club. What's the number one rule of Fight Club? You don't talk about Fight Club. What's the number two rule of Fight Club? You don't talk about Fight Club. And so these two, they're gonna duke it out. They're part of Fight Club. They start beating up on each other. They start punching, and it hurts a lot. Then they're actually gonna get hit in the eye. One of them will get hit in the eye, and then the other one will get hit in the eye. And actually, I don't know if you can tell, but look, they've now both lost an eye. Uh, and so yeah, there we go. All right, that was the first thing that came to mind when you were like, Fight Club trick where somebody loses an eye. It's kind of quick, but there we go. The good news is that I at least remember the first two rules of Fight Club. That's probably the most important part of the trick. So simple, but effective. Yeah, I did a Star Wars version of that trick, where I had like stormtroopers and then I unmasked them and they were like, they were Han and Chewie. So let me see if I can find that. Hold on, it's on my YouTube channel somewhere. YouTube Star Wars Double Undercover, I called it. Here it is. Copy. Yeah. If anybody, they they can't shoot well, those troopers. Yeah. All right. So if anybody wants to see basically my Star Wars version of that trick I just did, I just dropped that link in there. It's basically I'm using Star Wars CCG cards, and there I use like Stormtrooper cards, and I use like Han and Chewie were the original. Well, or no, Luke and Han had the because Chewie couldn't fit in one, right? So, but yeah, you can check it out. Charlie's Beats has requested wild card. Oh man. Okay, wait. Can I wild card in 3 minutes? Wait. Should I try? Oh man, can I even find it in 3 minutes? Oh, I might not be able to find it. Hold on. Oh, come on. Here it is. Okay. I'd like to think I'm organized enough that I could find it quickly, but I watched the first part of Bluey board game. Kit Kat Gad, thank you so much for watching the first part of the Blue. It is long. I know, right? I'm sorry, but what a terrible physical board. Yes, it is. All right, here's a wild card at fast speed. Okay, so we have nine of spades, nine of spades, nine of spades, nine of spades. Okay, that's a queen of hearts. That's the only not nine of spades, nine of spades, nine of spades, nine of spades, nine of spades. Okay, look, I'm gonna go ahead and place all these nines of spades over here. All these nines of spades over here. Okay, all right. Now we're gonna go fast. All right, look. Queen of Hearts going to touch this nine of spades, going to make another Queen of Hearts. Now look, both of these Queen of Hearts going to touch this nine of spades, and then look, we're going to go ahead and make this into a also a Queen of Hearts. Okay, now these two Queen of Hearts are going to gang up on this nine of spades, and that'll become a Queen of Hearts as well. Now this one's going to touch this one, and that one's going to be a Queen of Hearts. Now both of these are going to go ahead and jump on the bandwagon onto this one, and then we're going to go ahead and make this into a Queen of Hearts as well. And now look, we're going to go ahead and do this, and look, nine of spades, and then you could still see nine of spades right there. But actually, look what's going to happen here. And so Queen of Hearts, Queen of Hearts, Queen of Hearts. Then we have this one, which will grab that one, and then both Queen of Hearts, Queen of Hearts. These two will once again go ahead and go in here, and there we go. We're going to go ahead and snap, and look, Queen of Hearts, and Queen of Hearts. And that, my friends, is really fast wild card. Did I do it? Did I make it before the ad break? What? Wow, this is Kit Kat Gad. All right. Thank you for the applause, Jay the Matching Man. Yes, I did it. All right. Okay, you know what? We may be able to use the ads to expedite to expedite magic tricks now. That's whew. It also exercises the mind quite a bit to be like, all right, can I first of all, can I find the trick? Can I set up for it? Can I do it? And then in that amount of time. All right. I'm glad that I was able to erase erase that. I'll have to give myself a pat on the back. Pat on the back now. Good job, Dom. All right. So I think normally when I do that, I do want to slow it down. I want to take time. I want it to linger. I want people to like react more. But actually, doing it fast gives it a new like, oh my god, how is he doing it so fast? Like, where are they coming from? Kind of thing. Because when I saw it the first time, I saw somebody doing it fast, and I was like, whoa! But yeah, I've also seen it slow, also impressive. So different reasons, different audiences. I was also throwing around the idea of like actually doing gigs, and sometimes if like an event is ending or people are leaving or something, I'm like, oh, so I might have to like expedite a trick. So I'm like, all right, let me see how fast I can do some tricks. Like I'm okay with trying it. All right, I think I want to end soon. So I know we're just taking a break, but let's go ahead and do last call. Queue is empty. If anybody would like to request anything, feel free. And then yeah, let me know when ads are done. All right, Picasso Aces and Traveling Man. All right, excellent. I'm gonna go ahead and do Traveling Man first. We'll do Picasso Aces at the end, and then all right. Okay. All right. So I recently was exposed to. I don't think it's a new song, but it's like a Lizzo song, and it's stuck in my head as much as like the the K-pop Demon Hunter soundtrack. But it's the Lizzo song About Damn Time. That's the song I'm talking about. Charlie first. Oh, okay, yeah, thanks. All right, let's go ahead and find some kings because I will make the kings. Oh, so the other night on Monday, I went to hang out with some magician friends, and there was a couple of lay people, one of which was the wife of a magician, but then she brought her friend, and I ended up basically spending most of the night showing her a bunch of magic, and she really liked it, and she had seen some tricks from my magician friend, but he doesn't do as much like card tricks as I do. I'm mostly like deep in the sleight of hand card tricks, but she seemed like she was very impressed. She was like, "Whoa!" and it's like, okay, because I do different card tricks than obviously he does. My friend is he's a professional, but he mostly does like community events, family events, and like kids' birthday parties. And I don't have any major demographics that I perform for except for the internet. So that's what I get there. Okay. Kit Kat Gad says, "What's your highest thematic intrigue card trick? I heard that the earliest king is based on King Henry VIII. Oh, what's my highest thematic intrigue card trick? Oh, that's a great question. I have to think about that, Kit Kat Gad. I'll have to get back to you. Hold on, let me copy your question. Yeah, I might have to give that some thought off stream. I do have a couple. Maybe there's one called Incauto Tromposo. I actually have thought about using that one and to theme that as Julius Caesar. Okay. All right. This one's called Traveling Man. I have kings from two different decks. These are obviously from blue deck. These are from red deck. They're not from the same deck. But here's what I want to do. We're going to go ahead and have them travel from one side to the other. Important thing to note is that they are in the same order in both piles. So clubs, diamonds, spades, and hearts. Charlie, if you are there, please go ahead and select any one of the four suits, your choice. I don't want anybody to think that we set this up. This can be a freely chosen suit. So, Charlie, go ahead and you may name any of the 4 suits. Clubs, spades, hearts, diamonds. Spades, says Charlie. All right, so here's what we are going to do. We're going to go ahead and place the spades third from the top, like this. I will preserve the order so that the order is the same in both packets. Okay, so. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and snap my fingers, and we will go ahead and kick the king of spades from each pile into the other pile. I know that doesn't make any sense, but look, watch. I don't know if you guys saw it. Maybe you didn't, because it was much faster than the 30 frames per second that my camera can pick up. Although maybe like Twitch streams at like 20 frames per second. But if look, if I show you now, watch. In the red pile, we have a blue card, and that blue card is our king of spades. Over here in our blue pile, it is we have one red card, and that red card, king of spades. Now let me move them back to their respective piles. And so now we have all red cards over here. We have all blue cards over here. But all I have to do is, and we will kick the king of spades over into the other pile. Because now look, in the red pile, we have a single blue card, and that is the king of spades. And over here in the blue pile, we have a single red card, and that is also the king of spades. And that, my friends, is Traveling Man. Thank you kindly for that request, Charlie's Beats. Thank you kindly for the claps, Charlie. And let's see here. All right, and let me get ready for Picasso Aces, which presumably will be the finale trick. Presumably because I don't like to end stream on a trick I mess up on. So if I mess it up, we're doing another one. But if we don't mess it up, then it'll be the finale. He wander and roams around. Oh, a wanderer. Yes, yes, that's right. The king of spades was a wanderer. A vagabond, if you will. Anyway, before we get on to the finale, let me go ahead and thank everybody. Oh, I also forgot. Let me double check, but I'm pretty sure. Has Curviously Jen signed a card? I think Curviously Jen has signed a card. But if not, Curviously Jen gets to sign a card if she has not. I don't know if you're still there, Chris M. Yee, or Curviously Jen. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, if either one of you are still there, Curviously Jen gets to sign a card. But thank you for the resubs today. Curviously Jen, Kisogo Plays, Unfocused, and IA. Sorry, I was so forgetful there. But maybe let me go through and just see what the unsigned cards are, and Curviously Jen gets to sign one. I am so sorry I missed that earlier. My apologies. I thought that we were that we had a signed card from Curviously Jen, but okay. All right. So these are the. She's AFK at the moment. Okay. Chris, do you know enough about what card Curviously Jen might pick out of this set of cards? if we're gonna have to sign one for Curviously Jen, because thank you for the resub Curviously, or the sub Curviously Jen. So, um, and if you want to wait, that's okay. That's fine. These are the ones that are available. I can take a screenshot of this. I don't know if my screenshot just went through. One more trick? Yeah, we have one more trick after this, and then I'm gonna raid out, unless I mess it up, in which case. All right, cool. All right, very well then. So yeah, these will be available. Whichever one Curviously Jen wants to sign, let me know, or I'll message you and I'll find out, or I'll message her. She chose the 6 of Hearts. Here it is, 6 of Hearts. All right, excellent. Thank you kindly, Curviously Jen. Sorry I missed this earlier, but I caught it in the stream. All right. Yay! Thank you. Thank you so much, Curviously Jen. All right. Let me do this, and then I'll probably feel compelled. I'll do a trick with the 6 of Hearts for Curviously Jen, and then we'll do the finale. So, all right, here we go. Let's make sure I spell this correctly. Curviously Jen. All right. All right. Excellent. Okay. So, you know what I think might be nice? Let's do a card trick with Curviously Jen and Chris M. Yee. Okay, so actually, I'm gonna find the jokers too. Okay, Joker and Joker. Okay. All right. So first things first, I'm gonna go ahead and say that Chris M. Yee is going to go into the deck somewhere. We don't know where, but Chris M. Yee somewhere in the deck. This is going to represent Chris M. Yee being somewhere in the world and not being able to be found very easily. However, Curviously Jen would like to find Chris M. Yee. But we have no idea. Importantly, what we are going to do is I'm going to place some card. This is not Chris M. Yee. We're going to go ahead and place that non-Chris M. Yee card in between the two jokers. And what we will do now is that, well, you can still see that the two jokers has this card in between them. But what you may not know is that Curviously Jen is going to need a way to then find Chris M. Yee. Okay? And so what we will importantly, what you need to know is that I don't want to spread too much just in case we see Chris M. Yee in here, but let me just go ahead and actually show. I'm going to show you that the jokers are still here. Okay, we're going to go ahead and cut the jokers into the deck because they're going to run away with Chris M. Yee. You can pretend that I'm one of the jokers. I'm running away with Chris M. Yee. Now, Curviously Jen is over here, and then what we are going to do is we're going to cut Curviously Jen into the deck like this. Now before, we actually put one card in between the two jokers. But that one card was not Chris M. Yee. We visually verified that. However, if we take a look now, in between those two jokers, there is 2 cards in between the jokers. And if I show you one of these, this one is Chris M. Yee, and the other one is Curviously Jen. And that, my friends, is it's actually a version of One-Eyed Jack's sandwich, but instead of one card, it's with 2 cards. So there we go, my friends. Um, Sorry, Curvy Jen, that I missed it earlier, but I'm glad we got it before the end stream. So there you go. Also, Chris, if I forget to clip this for you or highlight, let me know. I will go ahead and do that for you. Thank you kindly for the claps. Kaio Demon, Chris M.E., Charlie's Beats. Thank you for the what, Memloss. Welcome in, Memloss. How's it going? How you doing? Hopefully you're doing well. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and do the outro, and then we are going to get ready to raid out, and we'll go from there. Okay. So KitKat says, "Yay, my nephew is watching." Awesome. Thank you, KitKat, for introducing your nephew to my stream. So, I know you may have just arrived. I'm sorry, but I am going to be ending stream very shortly. So, thank you to everybody for coming out today. Hopefully, everybody had fun. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed. And thank you for all the support today. Thank you for the resubs. Unfocused in IA, Kisogo Plays, Curviously Jen. Thank you guys so much. Thank you to everybody who interacted with the stream, whether you whether you requested a trick, reacted to a trick, chatted in chat, did a sound alert, picked a card, picked a suit, any of those things. If it wasn't for you guys, this wouldn't be as much fun for me. Um, Thank you for keeping me on my toes and requesting tricks and stuff like that, because honestly, it's sometimes kind of scary being like, oh my god, random tricks coming at you. Um, Thank you to all the lurkers out there, because magic is one of those rare art forms where if I'm practicing magic here, there's no magic happening. Magic has to happen in your mind. If anybody was concerned about, this was being black magic or sorcery or deals with the devil, is not. It's just sleight of hand card magic and a little bit more. But honestly, if you still believe it's real magic, best cover story ever. All right, and also, thank you to my mods, guys. If you are not following our friend and mod Chan the Magic Man, please give Chan the Magic Man a follow. One of the other few magicians on Twitch, and he does stream other things such as retro games and playing Grand Theft Auto. So definitely follow him and catch him. And then also give our friend and mod Gibson Lens a follow. Pianist, will sight read from his songbooks that he has. He has composed a bunch of his own originals, released an album, so you can check out the album for free right there. So definitely catch him as well. And then I think that is it. So, all right, let's get to the finale, and if it works, then we'll call it a stream. All right, so here we go. Actually, one more thing. If you guys want to see more of me and I'm not around and I'm not streaming, please check out my YouTube channel. I'm like 40 people away from 2K subscribers on YouTube. So please catch me over there. If you want to see all the VODs that fall for attention, I put it on a separate YouTube channel, which is here. And then, yeah, so I'm also monetized on YouTube. So even if you don't watch everything, if you just play some of the long playlists in a tab, thank you. I appreciate that. So, all right, cool. Now we can go to the finale trick. Okay, here we go. So, first things first, I want to show you this deck. This is a blue back deck, and I want to show you these cards. These cards, these are aces. These are not from this deck, because these are red. So let me show you. Ace of hearts, ace of clubs, ace of diamonds, and ace of spades. Now, what I want to do with these 4 cards is I'm going to go ahead and place them and separate them. Okay. And what we're going to do is I'm going to spread them out like so, and we're going to leave the ace of spades up here. Now what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and use, we're going to get 3 blue cards, and we're going to place them on each ace. So here we go, like this. Like this. We're taking a quick ad break. Oh no, I'm sorry. Okay, should I wait? I'm going to hold. Holding. Do 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 do. So the song that's been stuck in my head is from K-pop Demon Hunters. Actually, multiple songs have been stuck in my head. But playing U-Beat yesterday, I was able to get some of the songs out of my head because I was listening to new new songs or other songs that were not from that movie. But anyway, I did allude to this earlier, but earlier on stream I did mention. By the way, let me know when you guys are back. Oh yeah, let me know when you guys are back. Okay. But yeah, I'm thinking about making another K-pop Demon Hunters trick for my YouTube channel. So I'll put that up. I'll share that when it's ready. But I recommend. I like K-pop Demon Hunters. It's surprisingly enjoyable. Like it's good. Like it's funny. It shows like strong female characters without like it doesn't feel forced. And also shows them in like a realistic light in that there are people that have conflicts and they have to deal with it. Back, says Kaio Demon. All right, excellent. So I just laid all the aces down. You can kind of still see them, and I've placed three blue cards onto each pile. And so let's go ahead and square up. Now, first things first, you can still see the ace here, but all I have to do is just swap it with one of the blue cards over here. And look, now it's gone. 1, 2, 3, 4. If we take a look, none of these are aces. And if we take a look in this pile, there was just one red card, but now look, there's two aces in this pile. And now we can do the same thing over here, because look, if I just go ahead, and you'll still see it right now because I haven't moved it yet. But now, look, I'm going to go ahead and grab it, and I'm going to swap it with a blue card right here. I don't know if you can tell, but look now. They're all blue, and none of these are aces. And now if we take a look, before there was 2 and 2, but now if I show you, there's 1 blue, 3 red. Is that weird? That's super weird, right? And then finally we have, some people think that there's some shenanigans afoot, and to that I would say, yeah, you're watching a sleight of hand card magic stream, but what do you expect? So like if I show you, here's the red card, there's the ace, you'll still be able to see it if I was to place it into this packet, because you can still see it from the back, and then you can still see it from the face. But if I just go ahead and I do the swap now with that last blue card, now if I show you all the backs, they're all blue. And if I show you all the faces, none of them are aces. Curvy Jen says, and back was putting baby food in the freezer. I totally understand. Yeah, my apologies for not getting it earlier, but I did a trick with your card and Chris, and I'll highlight it for you guys later. But now if we take a look, all of the cards in this pile are all red because they are all the 4 aces. The ace of diamonds, the ace spades, the ace of clubs, and the ace of hearts. And that, my friends, I'll call a successful finale. There we go. Woo! Okay. Awesome. Thank you kindly for the claps. Kaio Demon. And let's see. I probably went a little bit longer than I expected. I can hear my family is home already. So let's find somebody to raid. Let's see. Oh, this is a very strange time because I have not been able to raid anybody on random Wednesday in the middle of the day before. So there could be new people. So let me see here. Oh, we've got somebody over here. We got somebody there. I did raid them recently. Oh, I haven't raided this person in a very, very long time. Let me see if I can see how long they've been going for, and maybe we'll raid them. They've been going for over 2.5 hours. Okay, let's go raid over there anyway. Thank you kindly for the claps. No worries. I've been busy with work anyways. I totally understand. Back when when it was working, I understand. I knew what work was like. Thank you kindly for the claps, Charlie. All right, excellent. So I think with that, let's go right out. So if anybody would like to come along with the raid, here's a raid call for anybody. Here's a sub raid call for anybody who is subbed. We're going to be raiding Rob Does Music. I have not raided Rob Does Music or hopped in the stream for a very long time. But it looks like he's going right now, so we're gonna raid over there. And he is a pianist, and yeah, and I haven't had a chance to rate him. I don't think like maybe in like literal years. So anyway, all right. So thanks for coming out with hanging out with me, everybody. Remember to hydrate. Remember to stretch, and remember to get good sleep because you know how hard it is to get good sleep nowadays. So everybody take care. It was great and wonderful seeing everybody. Thank you for coming on a random, effectively unannounced stream. So I appreciate it. So everybody take care. It's great to see you, and see you guys next time. All right. Bye.